Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. If you're back for your weekly fix, you already know what to expect here, but if you're new, allow me to explain what you're about to feast your ears on over the next few minutes.
Go on.
This series is called the Power 5 Stocks of the Week, and each and every Friday, 30 minutes prior to market open, these videos will go live and outline up the 5 different dividend stocks that lead in 5 very important dividend metrics, all with ex-dividend dates of the following week.
I think I followed that.
The goal of this series isn't to say that all of these stocks are the best investments of all time, or even to say that they're good buys at the current moment, but instead to expose you to some quality stocks that you might not have otherwise known about to see if they fit your goals.
Okay, are we all on the same page?
If that sounds like a good time to you, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on future content. And without further delay, let's get to this week's list. This week's high quality stock with the highest dividend yield is MDC, stock ticker MDC. MDC is a quarterly payer in the consumer discretionary sector, paying $2.20 per share per year with a forward dividend yield of 3.51%. MDC has been paying and growing its dividend over the last 8 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 17.73%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 15.34%, and a payout ratio of 36.65%. At the time of recording, MDC was trading 0.57% off of its 52-week high. It has an ex-dividend date of February 6th with a payout date of February 21st. And here on my channel, I like to compare any and all investments to the return you could have otherwise gotten out of the S&P 500 in the same time frame, because science. With that being said, a single investment of $10,000 into MDC 10 years ago, while only reinvesting dividends since then, would have grown into $38,576.12, which comes out to a 14.45% year-over-year return rate, which is compared to the S&P that would have grown that same 10K over the same 10 years into $32,831.95, resulting in a difference of $5,744.17 on the side of MDC. This week's stock that's been paying and growing their dividend the longest is Parker Hannifin, stock ticker PH. Parker Hannifin is a quarterly payer in the industrial sector, paying $5.92 per share per year with a forward dividend yield of 1.26%. PH has been paying and growing its dividend over the last 68 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 17.91%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 14.44%, and a payout ratio of 23.32%. At the time of recording, Parker Hannifin was trading 1.21% off of its 52-week high. It has an ex-dividend date of February 8th with a payout date of March 1st. And that single investment of $10,000 into Parker Hannifin 10 years ago, while only reinvesting dividends since then, would now be worth $49,294.63, which comes out to a 17.29% year-over-year return rate and outperforms the S&P 500 by $16,462.68 over the past 10 years. This week's stock that believes in giving you a lot more money year over year is FS Bancorp, stock ticker FSBW. FS Bancorp is a quarterly payer in the financial sector, paying $1.04 per share per year with a forward dividend yield of 2.8%. FSBW has been paying and growing its dividend over the last 11 years. It has a 3-year dividend growth rate of 33.54%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 30.43%, and a payout ratio of 21.93%. At the time of recording, FS Bancorp was trading 3.88% off of its 52-week high. It has an ex-dividend date of February 7th with a payout date of February 22nd. And investing $10,000 into FSBW 10 years ago while only reinvesting the dividends received, that would now be worth $51,437.40, which comes out to a 17.79% year-over-year return rate, which beats the S&P by a total of $18,605.45 over the past 10 years. And before we get to the last 2 stocks in today's video, please do me a favor and make sure you're leaving a like on this video, as that helps me get my content out to others that also might enjoy it. Thank you. And now let's get to these last 2 stocks. This week's stock that did the best job of making you money is DR Horton, stock ticker DHI. DR Horton is a quarterly payer in the consumer discretionary sector, paying $1.20 per share per year with a forward dividend yield of 0.85%. DR Horton's been paying and growing its dividend over the last 11 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 13.15%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 14.87%, and a payout ratio of 7.55%. At the time of recording, DR Horton was trading 11.03% off of its 52-week high. It has an ex-dividend date of February 5th with a payout date of February 13th. And again, we have that one-time investment of $10,000 into DHI 10 years ago while only reinvesting dividends since, which would now be worth $74,903.84, which is a 22.3% year-over-year return rate, which more than doubles the return of the S&P and results in a difference of $42,071.89 on just 10K just 10 years ago. Which leads us to the last stock in today's video, which is the one that could be at the most attractive buying price, and that stock is American Waterworks, stock ticker AWK. AWK is a quarterly payer in the utility sector, paying $2.83 per share per year with a forward dividend yield of 2.3%. AWK has been paying and growing its dividend over the last 16 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 8.92%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 9.31%, and a payout ratio of 50.48%. At the time of recording, American Waterworks was trading 24.25% off of its 52-week high. It has an ex-dividend date of February 7th with a payout date of March 1st. And you know the drill. That single investment of $10,000 invested into AWK 10 years ago would now be worth $35,962.23, which is a 13.65% year-over-year return rate, which despite falling from its 52-week high, still managed to outperform the S&P by a total of $3,130.28 over the past 10 years. And just like that, I was able to show you 5 different dividend stocks that are the best of the best. These stocks not only come with a dividend streak of at least 8 years, but they've also outperformed the S&P 500 over the past 10 years and have ex-dividend dates of this coming week.
It's like magic.
And make sure you're using that comment section down below to let me know your thoughts on this week's list as I read and respond to every comment. And according to the YouTube algorithm, this is the video that you need to see next. But until next time, see you.